Kairete o Piloi. It's time to play some more of our campaign as the Koinon Hellenon in Greece. We go back to where we left off last time, which is that we had just captured Pella and defeated the Macedonians, which means that now we no longer have any enemies anywhere, which is good, of course, but also a little bit boring. So we'll see what we do if we zoom in a bit so we can see our whole realm. I think a logical next course of action is to have a war with the Epirotes, our dear neighbors to the west, fellow Greeks, if they have mixed with Illyrians and other barbarians. We are currently at peace with the Epirotes, but for one, I don't think the peace is going to last, and second, I just want to make war on someone. It will be a very boring let's play if all we do is be at peace and construct buildings. So we're going to consolidate our control of Pella and make it free, independent polis in our confederation. Meanwhile, the Athenians, who sort of helped to capture Pella without really being the conquerors of Pella, will march home with their army and then try and rebuild it, so they will be ready for the campaign against Epirus. And the campaign against Epirus is going to take a few turns to plan. We want to have several strong armies, so we have all our fronts covered because it's a long border, and 3 rather large settlements, and the Epirotes are going to have at least one large army, I imagine. Maybe even a few large armies. It looks like at the moment they are a little bit preoccupied with the Romans, but as soon as the Romans take Calabria from them, they'll be able to focus their attentions more on us. So it's probably a good time to strike right now, but we need to make sure that we are strong enough. And I want all the cities in the league to have their own army, and preferably under the command of a person from that city. Right now we only have a couple of Athenians and 1 Spartan, our King Agrototos, King of Sparta, head of the league, and we have 1 Rhodian politician, what's his name again? Agathos, the mariner. We want the Rhodians to come. We'll just send their fleet back to their home port right away. And we also want Corinth and Pella and Demetrias to all have their own citizen army that can come and help us fight the Epirotes. It's going to take a while before Pella and Demetrias are ready to provide many troops, but once they're ready we can recruit Phalangites and hoplites, light infantry, all of that stuff. No really good hoplites though, just the levies. And Corinth already has its own small core of citizen hoplites, and they are already quite ready to supply us with more. But I just hope we'll be able to get a Corinthian general who can lead their forces in our upcoming campaign. For now, let's end turn and just see what the AI does. I don't think the Epirotes are going to declare war right away. They are preoccupied with the Romans, and we don't have any obvious targets like cities with weak garrisons. But they are kind of posturing with their armies and sending some armies over to the border. Hopefully they'll just start fighting the remnants of the Macedonian army instead of us. That would sort of kill two birds with one stone for us. Otherwise, we're going to have to deal with what remains of the Macedonian army ourselves. Pergamonese. I don't know exactly what the demonym is, but I think it's something like that. Offering us trade, which we are happy to accept. Trade across the Hellespont with Asia Minor is good. It will give us more cash, and the Pergamonese are not an obvious threat at the moment. Although at some point we'll want to have the Ionian cities in Anatolia or on the coast of Asia Minor for ourselves. Alexandros became an Athenian governor and nothing else happened. I think it's a good idea if we save up some money and then we spend a winter or two just recruiting troops in all our cities to have strong armies everywhere. I guess Akrotatos can just stay in Pella because they are in no condition to have their own army yet, and his army is a bit weakened but pretty much good to go once we declare war on the Epirotes. Just sitting in Pella, he might become bored, but then we can just have him expend some of that excess energy on hunting down these Macedonians. I see the Epirotes are expanding north into Illyria. It's a quite usual course for them to take. And they took Illyria. Still sending armies over to the border. But Pella is strongly garrisoned, so they won't attack there, I think. They might just go around and attack or just threaten Demetrias, since that city is very weakly garrisoned at the moment. Alright, looks like the end turn is almost over, just Macedonians shuffling around, combining one of their armies, and then heading into Illyrian, Epirote territory along with this newcomer, which I think might be Thracians. Big Thracian, possibly stack, coming down and threatening Epirotes. Oh, they are Illyrians, so maybe this stack used to be hanging around here and defending this settlement, but then they just decided to march around this way, and now they're coming back and probably have a final showdown with the Epirotes. This year in history, so it is winter now. Um, Nothing that really concerns us. Cleomenes III was born in Sparta. King Arius was killed. Yes, that already happened for us. The Macedonians were fighting Spartans by Corinth, so it's very similar to what happened in our campaign, where Arius was killed fighting over Corinth, except even though Arius died, we did win the battle and take Corinth. Pella has now been officially conquered and will spend a bit of our cash integrating Pella as a city-state. I see in Pella they have mines, which give a nice amount of income. Costs more than we have at the moment to repair, but just seeing it's only the topmost number counts, but that income means that in only 10 turns we'll make back all the money we spend repairing the mine, so that's definitely worth doing. We could also, for a very great cost, repair these Macedonian tombs, except we get no benefit from doing that. It costs 20,000 peni, so that's not worth doing at all. Now it's winter, so we could either retrain or train some of our troops or train a few new troops, and I think we'll start retraining a little bit in Athens, and in Corinth we'll get a few more troops. They can't really afford, we can't afford, that is, to get too many troops right now, but we can get a few. We could let Demetrius mobilize some of their poorer citizens into slingers and spear throwers. I think Corinth could also do that, have a few of these levies and some of this light infantry. I want Corinth to have their own cavalry as well eventually, but since cavalry costs a lot per turn, we won't recruit cavalry just yet. And of course the Thessalians, most famous of the mainland Greeks for their cavalry, will have their own cavalry corps as well once we get the Thessalian army up and going. Relations worsen over time, so that always happens. Alright, time to end turn now. Maybe we'll send a few guys to just take this wonder outpost back, which is something that has been annoying me for a while. Doesn't really give us any benefit or anything, but I just don't like seeing this wonderful wonder under anyone else's control. Let's enter now. So I guess we'll let one more winter pass and then we'll consider starting our campaign. The Illyrians are doing pretty well against the Epirotes and sending some of their forces back. Since we're playing on medium difficulty, there is no chance of our rebel army besieging any cities, which may be kind of unfortunate. It's possible that I should have gone with at least hard campaign difficulty, but we'll just roll with it. In Europa Barbarorum too, there are lots of roaming rebel stacks in the independent provinces that can be a real headache, and you just have to defeat them sooner or later. Often when you, unlike in Vanilla Medieval 2 and in Rome Total War, the rebel cities aren't easy targets for you to expand early. They're actually often quite hard to take because they have, in addition to a strong garrison, usually they have an additional stack like this hanging around the settlement, and engaging your armies if they try to lay siege to the city. We don't have a great cash flow at the moment, so I guess the best thing to do is to just save up for next winter, so we can recruit lots of units at once and be ready to start our campaign. It doesn't matter if we are not super prepared when we start a campaign, because then it's just going to be more challenging to win, and I don't think it's going to be a particularly difficult war anyway. They are not very good at garrisoning Termon, which is a city we'll want to take early, and their capital might also be possible to just grab. Although they might send reinforcements all the way down here in one turn. We might have some interesting battles happening then. I want to have the different cities have different goals in their campaigns. Some may be less strong than the others, and then their job will be to assist one of the stronger states. Like Sparta obviously is the strongest, and Demetrius, which is a lot weaker, can just stick with the Spartans and help them, while the Athenians and Corinthians, or well, anyone, the Rhodians perhaps, can stick with the Athenians and help them out. And hopefully we can have at least one battle in this session. I hope this won't take too long, so we can actually get to the war before this is over. Built Rhodes, not Rhodes the island, but Rhodes in Corinth. We'll just let the turns pass for now. Now it should be summer, and in a couple of turns we'll have winter, and we can start looking at what we want to recruit for our campaign. Well, the Epirotes are helpfully still exhausting themselves against the Illyrians, and apparently not willing to actually combine their forces to take them on, so they can actually win. They're doing the usual AI thing, which is sending 1 and 1 stack of 1 unit each. I have no idea why it does that. Supposedly the campaign AI in Europa Barbarorum 2 is a bit improved from vanilla Medieval 2, because they figured out the problem with some scripts or something that made the campaign AI be quite stupid. But even so, they are not really that much smarter in Europa Barbarorum 2, I find. So Leontus in Athens became an initiate in the Eleusinian mysteries. So he is now part of a mystery cult, and that makes him. That means prestige for him. The Eleusinian mysteries I don't know so much about, but I understand it was a sort of cult which was not open to everyone, and they believed that they actually believed, I think, that only those who were initiated in the Eleusinian mysteries were destined to have a better life after death, while normal people who were not initiates would just go to Hades, which is not that pleasant. I don't really know enough about that to talk about it in any length. But mystery cults were a part of Greek culture and also of Roman culture later on that were perhaps a bit more like what we think of as religion than the the regular or the more open kind of public religion that they had in the city-states, because in mysteries they often had several rituals and sacred texts, not least, and they had an initiation which is a little bit reminiscent of how, for example, Christianity has the baptism as initiation. Another this year in history, and let's see what if there's anything that concerns us. This year there was an Olympiad. I don't think that's in the game. It was in the first Europa Barbarorum, where every 4th year the other Athenian, Heracleitos, was also initiated in the Eleusinian mysteries. So in Europa Barbarorum 1, every 4th year there would be an Olympiad, and all your family members could actually attend and even win. But they removed that because I guess it wasn't that realistic, because in Europa Barbarorum 1, for example, people in all the way in Bactria could, in 1 or 2 turns, travel all the way to Greece to take part in the Olympic Games. So I guess it's a little bit immersion breaking, and not really so historical either. Pella is ready to have its own somewhat strong infantry corps, but we'll let them do without for now. Petrias can finally have some cavalry, excellent Thessalian cavalry, and also a few lesser recruits will also recruit. While we want the Athenians to have a strong army, so we'll see how much we can afford to give them. Cavalry. Want Corinth to have just a little bit of cavalry as well. Sparta, we could get some more Spartan hoplites now, but let's hold off on that. They're just so great. They are just excellent. And a few of these. All we can afford now is just a few Acontistae, Javelineers. We'll get those for Corinth. And then in spring we'll get the Rhodians to come with what little they have. We actually need someone to stay in Corinth. At least one unit, we'll just get some slingers for that. Send them over to Greece. Could do that already, actually. Yeah, I guess we'll just send them right away. which makes... Oh no, that wasn't so feasible after all. I will we'll let the army stay in the ships and then we'll send them over next turn then. And then all the cities of the free cities of Greece will come out and start a grand campaign against Epirus. Just one more turn now. What are the Epirotes even doing? And we're going to send a formal declaration of war. Send a diplomat. Just need to find out where we left our diplomat, because I really don't remember. Last time we did send a diplomat over to Sicily, which I've forgotten to check up on. But just from looking at the minimap, it doesn't appear that the Carthaginians have been trying anything funny. Let's see what's happening in Sicily. Nothing. They haven't even taken Messana yet. Let's find our diplomat. Oh, he's in Corinth. Right. So he can reach Thermon, do that, and then... Oh, I thought there would be an option to declare war. I will just do it, we'll just attack them then.
Lord Hoy, Taxis!
I'm not sure if the Athenians can actually get to Thermon in one turn.
Lord Hoy, Taxis, Taxis!
We'll get everyone apart from just a few levies. Send them to Thermon. It's going to take a couple of turns for them to get there. And then the Corinthians will come out. Also leave just a couple of troops. The Corinthians can lay siege to Thermon immediately, so we'll have them do that. Attack. That means war. And then we can build a lot of siege equipment. Well, a lot more than I thought. Probably because we have so much infantry. While the Thessalians will come and help Akrotos. They can't really do anything this turn. Akrotos will just leave a few levies to defend Pella. Just hope we don't get besieged, but I doubt it since we will be on the offensive. And then we go and attack these armies. They obviously retreat, so there's really... can't really fight them at all. Maybe we should try to assassinate someone. Maybe they're a diplomat because we don't want them to bribe any of our troops. I don't think they have enough money, but just in case, we'll kill him now. I've never seen this cutscene where he actually succeeds, but it looks like he did. Is that it for the diplomats? Whatever his name was. Scopios. Scopios. I'm excited about fighting Pyrrhus. I'm not sure if he is still alive, but I guess we'll find out soon. That's the first season in our war against Epirus. Who is that? They're going to attack us. No? Alright then. That will give the Thessalians time to come and help. Next turn we'll attack Thermon and finally have a battle, albeit an easy one. Ah, no! Oh, he's so good, but he is an Athenian. I would have loved it if we could get someone like this, but only a Corinthian or Thessalian or Macedonian or anything apart from Athenian. Sorry. Really liked him.
Taxis!
Someone got traits. Oh, cool. Leontus became Archon. He's the leading man of Athens. Excellent. Leontus is him. Alright, he will command the Athenians. Send Heracleitos to take command of the Corinthians. He'll just quickly save the game so we don't run into any problems. Just in case we crash. Another one got a trait. Oh, Heracleitos became Nesiarchos. Yeah, you know what? We forgot to send the Rhodians, so they'll be late to the party. I guess the Rhodians are a bit of a wild card. They're not really as loyal to the league as the other cities. You know, historically they actually changed sides. Although it must be said that in history things didn't go so well for the league. They weren't going that well for them when the Rhodians decided to switch sides, while things are going swimmingly for us. So this is going to be an easy battle, but I'm going to fight it anyway, just to have a battle this session. They are led by a man called Hieron. He's a member of the Kaunes. So they are a tribe, which is a member of the Epirot Alliance, right? And claim descent from Hellenos, the son of Priam of Troy. And we'll see how much that helps him.
Taxis! Taxis de Ortiai!
The Battle of Plataea. I've been reading series of historical novels called The Long War by Christian Cameron about the Greek and Persian wars, and I really love it. And the Battle of Plataea was like, you could say, the climax. Well, if not, if you might say the Battle of Salamis, naval battle outside of Athens, is more of a climax than Plataea, but Plataea was a land battle and it was the last major battle of that particular war, which ended the Persian attempt to second Persian attempt to invade Greece. The series hasn't got to the Battle of Plataea yet, and I think the Battle of Plataea will be in the final novel, and I think the ultimate one is coming up. Maybe this novel was the final one, I'm not entirely sure. The last novel was about the Battle of Salamis, and I finished that about a month ago. So I think we'll start. This is going to be pretty easy. Just need to take the walls. We don't really want the Athenian army to. Just have a feeling they're going to be very stupid and go too close to the walls and get themselves killed by arrows. But that's just unavoidable. I find that, unlike in Europa Barbarian 1 in the Rome Total War engine, where I would never even consider sending a ram forward towards stone walls, because that boiling oil would just be so deadly and it would always ignite your ram. So unless you had a spare ram, it would never work. But in Europa Barbarian 2, it's a good idea to use your ladders and siege rams to get troops to the walls and keep the defenders busy on the walls while you send your ram to siege the gate, and then you send troops through the gate afterwards. Unfortunate for us, we didn't really think this through, and we sent some regular hoplites to take on the best Macedonian infantry, the Pella Macedones. So I'm thinking if we should just abort this attack and just have them hang back. So that was a bit pointless, but it's better than losing the whole unit. It's better to take a few losses and then retreat to just the whole unit. So they don't really stand a chance as these are crack troops. Over here we have just light troops that are going to be very easy to kill, especially for these guys who are elites themselves. Somehow many of them were killed before my troops even reached the walls, which I don't really know how that happened. As expected, the Pella Macedones are going over there, so maybe I shouldn't have sent these troops away. We send them back, change our minds, send them back so we can outflank the Pella. Then again, I don't really know what they're doing. It looked like they were supposed to go around these hoplites and attack here, but they were held up, so they're going to fight over here anyway. It's a good thing for us that we outnumber them, at least. But I think it's not completely hopeless. Now the gate is open, so we can just power on through with our reserves. We send the cavalry just in case we have some fleeing enemies in here. Send in skirmishers. They have some slingers, and they have the descendant of Priam. Is it Hieron? It's there on the Acropolis. Sending the slingers up the walls, which just means that they're going to be massacred all the faster. Now these Akontastai are fleeing. And even the Peltastai, Gedonas. It's surprising that they would flee so quickly. It's good news for us because we can just run them down. That's what we're going to do. Use the cavalry we sent in to run down those Peltastai Makedones. And the rest of the troops on the walls also gave up. So we can pretty much just take the city. Peltastai are getting away, but I think we're killing all the Peltastai fighting to the death right now. That turned out well for us. We have some rested light spearmen here. I would probably prefer to use some hoplites to hold this cavalry, but we'll just take have at the moment. Put them on guard mode and then send some troops around. Go around here. Outflank their cavalry. We can get some troops to just go right for the Acropolis and actually take the city too. Some hoplites to reinforce the line. Are there still any enemies on the wall? No. They're all dead. These are expendable. So I guess we'll use them to outflank their cavalry. No, don't go that way. They haven't understood my plan, apparently. I'm sending everything here. Already wavering, are you? Better keep some cavalry ready then. Oh, they fled, so that means the battle is won. Shame, Hieron. Although I guess you survived the battle since you kind of surrendered at the last minute. Leontus really didn't do anything, but he managed to lose some men anyway. Obviously. Few of those casualties covered. That was an easy battle. We're going to have a tougher battle up north because the Epirotes are blocking our way into their lands. Placing lots of troops around Rotatos. Termon is part of the league now. Welcome. Once we have the money, we'll officially conquer the city. Here is the Oracle of Delphi. Here are the Pythian Games. It's a nice province overall, not the largest, but certainly not a small city either. This is the seat of the Aetolian, who history formed a league of their own called the Aetolian League. But, yeah, and they were actually not. They were quite successful, but only for a time, you might say. I wonder if they'll be. Yeah, they want to fight. We won't have the Thessalians helping us. But yeah, come on, we want to fight. We want to fight and kill all these armies. They are led by Alexandros. It's not the faction leader, which I guess could mean that Pyrrhus is still alive. Alexandros being the son of Pyrrhus, but apparently not the heir. And a few smaller armies, just mishmash, all kinds of units. I don't think we're going to have any trouble killing them. Be interesting to have a campaign as Armenia as well. I haven't really tried playing as them in Europa Barbarorum 2. I used to love playing as Armenia in the first Europa Barbarorum. So how are we going to array our troops this time? I think we'll go with the tried and true method. Just have a strong line. Phalangites, we have a few. Those will be in the middle. These are a bit depleted. Lots of our units are depleted. The Spartans fight with their king on the most honorable place, the right flank. Thracian Peltasts. The Cretan archers be in the back. They will provide us with some nice firepower, useful against their light troops. Need to make sure our line is closed. We want a good line. Finally have some cavalry. We're going to use that cavalry for all it's worth. I don't remember, but the cavalry might actually be some Athenians who just ended up in the Spartan army. So we have a choice here. We can try to attack, or we can let them consolidate first. And I don't think we have any chance to get to them before the reinforcements arrive, so we'll just allow them to consolidate. It's no big deal. Fight them all at once. They have more cavalry, probably better cavalry as well. They don't have all that much of it. Sending forward one of their forces first without any support. Mostly Phalangites, who we can outflank and kill. Main force is more hesitant, lurking somewhere. There they are. I think it's only a waste to let the Cretans fire right now, so we'll just tell them to hold fire. Won't waste javelins either. Save them for the main force. Just using their slingers, who are few in number. We got brave. We'll use our depleted unit of light cav to fight them down. Try to stay away from the phalanxes. It worked very well. We were annihilated in just a few seconds. Alright, we need to use our advantage of mobility to kill these Phalangites. Need some hoplites to pin them, while another unit of hoplites outflanks them. And we need some cavalry to really put the fear of the gods into them. try to play this smart and not lose, hopefully lose only a very few men, so we'll have more to deal with the main force when it arrives. This will be the holding force, or maybe this will be. This one will attack the Phalangites head on, and this will outflank them. Hopefully they'll break before their bodies arrive. Use the Cretans to help. I think they're going to break. Some javelins might persuade them. Well, they're losing a lot of men. Maybe they will break eventually. Now they're getting help. Things didn't go quite as planned. We'll need to send some more. Now their main force is closing in as fast. One Cretans. Wavering. Yes. Chance this. Send in the light cavalry. See if they break. Yes, they broke. Oh! Did not see that coming. That's not a nice charge. Oh! Breaking already, are you? There's some more cavalry coming in. It's a general, the Alexandros. Some of their Phalangites aren't broken yet. He's going for the Cretans, obviously. No surprise there. I feel sorry for the Cretans. At least they're attacking uphill. I hope that will count for something. Oh, poor Cretans. Need help. Okay, we'll need to go back. Get our line together. Who died? It's just one of the captains. Alexandros, we still haven't killed. It's got into a scrap with the whole, yeah, almost the whole main force of the Epirotes, so they should pull back. I don't think the Epirote cavalry is going to last that long. Turn back, no. This is brutal. Very brutal. I guess this could be Alexandros. Is this? Might not be a general at all. Well, we defeat them. Draw them back. We can start firing now. I don't think there's any point preserving her arrows for any longer. Some of the light troops are coming closer, and I think they're already wavering, and what we'll do is just attack. And actually I think we'll just do that. We'll just attack everywhere. And I don't think the Epirotes are going to stand up to our charge. They are not made of the same stuff as us true Hellenes, after all. We did lose all our light cav. But, no matter. They have lots of javelin men, and we want to break them or not let them unleash their volleys on our. So we'll use our cavalry to scare them off, or maybe run them off the battlefield. Okay, there's Alexandros coming. The thunderous charge. The charge. I don't have full control over what's happening at the moment. Those Emperors seem to be retreating. Hospitai are elites. What else do we have? Spartans are over here. Oh. Some of our mercenaries are running off. Because I told them to, obviously. It's very impetuous of me. We can kill Alexandros, this will go soon. How's that for a charge, Alexandros? Still not even close to breaking though, although he is now. I respect you, Alexandros. Don't give up. We haven't been doing that well. We have lost lots of men. The Hospitai are routing. So are some of their other troops. I think we'll run. I was going to run down the Hospitai, but most of them were killed now anyway. Okay, we're fighting some Illyrian hoplites, which are not as good as our hoplites, of course. Illyrian rabble. Going to help mercenary hoplites in a way. Our Spartiatai. Alexandros, it's only one and left. Help keep him alive. I don't think that is going to work. Some of the Cretans have spent all their missiles already and they can run down fleeing troops. Most of the must die. Alexandros is pushing on for. The Illyrian hoplites are running as expected. I wonder if the Spartans frighten nearby infantry. Don't frighten anybody. One of their leaders died. No idea which force he is the leader of, because it's just such a mess. So many small armies. If you use the Cretan archers to outflank these troops, maybe they'll start running away. Yes, that works. Now we need to outflank and kill the Phalangites. So we can be a little bit more retreat. They are wavering. Down the Toxotai. Kill the Spindon Detai. Carians, we haven't used you at all in this battle. So we forgot about you. You were kind of helping right in the beginning, but then I forgot that you existed. Most of them were just fleeing. I feel like we're wasting our hippies just running down. Can't die. Who's even fighting now? Saw one unit of Acontis die which was not running away. Apart from that, I'm not sure which of the Epirots are still in the battle. And there, now with the rout. We have already killed well over half of their forces. This could turn into more. Alexandros got away, but I'm not sure that he's going to stay on the campaign map because his army has been so broken that I just don't know. This is an excellent target for our horsemen. 100 Illyrian hoplites. Just need some help finding out how to kill Illyrians. Good thing I am an expert on that matter. Not too many of them left. Just some scattered troops here and there. Another 100 Toxtai. Capture them as well. Really capturing and not killing them right now, but in practice, yeah, we're just killing them because afterwards we're going to ask for a ransom for the captured soldiers, and the Epirots are going to refuse. And then I'm not really sure what happens, because it says in the tooltip that they're enslaved, but I think they just go away, so pretty much like they were all killed. This guy's plucky, I want him to get away. Last surviving member of his phalanx. It's Taxis. We might as well end battle. This is the last phalangite left. We let get away. And you see most of their forces have been completely crushed, and there's not much left. Didn't lose too many troops, more than strictly necessary maybe, but we can afford to make a few blunders. Some of our units gained experience, especially the horsemen, because they captured so many fleeing enemies. Maybe it would be a good house rule to end the battle once all enemies are fleeing. It's easier when you take care to kill everyone after the battle. I know some people have house rules like that. ask for a ransom, which they couldn't afford, and yes, it says that they have been enslaved. I haven't really checked if you get any more population in your cities or any other effect. It doesn't look like I gained any money in treasury from it, so I guess they just go away. Alexandros died from battlefield wounds, maybe.
Taxis! Romai et perkeste!
Let's not do that.
Taxis!
Let's do it like this.
Aton!
Okay.
Zeto!
So this didn't turn into a siege of EB2 this turn,
Taxis! Exite!
which is completely fine. We have lots of time to fight this campaign.
Taxis!
We could actually lay siege to Ambracia immediately as well,
Empros!
which we might as well do.
Mekane! Kata polemion takesi!
This has a much stronger garrison than Termon had with lots of elites. It's nearly all elite infantry in this settlement. Alright, so we're going to end this session here, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.